Pandarosh presents Cellophane, a short story for Dr. Amr Mounir. Finally, he realized that he and his one true love, his young wife, had reached a dead end full of obstacles after years of push and pull in a one-sided love relationship.
Isam, stop fooling yourself. You knew from the beginning that our relationship could never work.
Isam, a brilliant software engineer from the middle class, who had trained in Silicon Valley, landed a lucrative contract with a promising Saudi company. After years of work, he returned to Egypt and immediately met up with his old friends after a long separation.
Hey, Isam, who can compare to you? I thought you forgot us and we wouldn't see you again.
You guys are broke. As soon as I left you, I got blessed. But I could never forget you.
It's really strange that you left Saudi Arabia and came back to Egypt.
Thank God. I made some good money there. I wanted to settle down in my country and start a big software company.
God bless you, man. But when you start the company, don't forget us.
Especially you. Don't worry. I will hire you as a janitor.
That's mean. But you actually do it.
After a period of work and persistence, Isam established the massive company he had dreamed of. Then he decided to marry, choosing Ghada, that wild and rebellious flower, over all the girls in his family. She flaunted her exceptional beauty with a well-defined white face, wide, lofty eyes, jet black hair, and high university education from the American University. However, their first meeting was entirely different.
I don't understand how you say you don't like Western societies when you're one of the people who lived there and benefited from them.
I don't hate them. On the contrary, but there are things I don't like, such as their lack of interest in human relationships and family bonds like we have in Egypt and the Arab countries.
Actually, these relationships are the most negative aspect of our society because they control us without us realizing it and holding us back from anything important in our lives.
That stormy encounter planted seeds of doubled admiration in his heart for this fiery, self-confident personality. He was enchanted by the model of the independent Western girl who was fundamentally different from the hesitant, shy girl of his Eastern society, who willingly handed over the management of her future to men. Isam immediately proposed to her. But this wild girl rejected this early submission to the successful rich man.
Have you gone mad? Is there a sane girl who would refuse someone like Isam? An engineer with a big company, returning from Saudi Arabia, a millionaire. Mom, I told you before that I'm against the idea of marriage. Am I crazy to marry someone to control me? Who said he would control you? Isam studied abroad, which means he has an open mind, not like the people here.
After much insistence, Ghada yielded to her family's pressure, and the marriage happened quickly. The wedding was huge and impressive, and Ghada was the envy of her friends and family girls.
Ghada has always been lucky. Yeah, really. She got a marriage she never dreamed of. If only I knew how she landed him. And she always said she wouldn't get married. What a hypocrite. But he's also a man who can't be refused. Rich, successful, and handsome. She'd be crazy to say no.
After a short period of marriage, conflict surfaced, revealing a deep chasm between the couple. He sought love and a quiet family life, while she was indifferent to her new family, resisting what she saw as social slavery according to her firm beliefs. Isam tried to change her view on marriage and family life by fulfilling her requests for constant travel to all parts of the world and showering her with expensive gifts. This situation continued for more than 3 years without any result.
Where are we traveling next week?
Honey, we just got back from France yesterday.
So what?
I'm tired of traveling so much. We haven't stayed a full month in Egypt, and my work is starting to suffer. Besides, haven't you noticed? We have been married for over 3 years and still no pregnancy.
Pregnancy?
Yeah. Don't you want to be a mother?
I'm not in a hurry for that. Besides, God didn't will it to happen. What do you want me to do?
So, you're not taking any contraceptives?
Of course not.
Okay. How about we go for a checkup?
I'm not going anywhere. Let it happen naturally. And I was thinking about going to Germany to continue my studies. Honestly, I feel like my life has become like any uneducated housewife. And I can't bear this life.
Isam reluctantly agreed, feigning understanding for her sharp new feminine ambitions. Weeks after her departure, he decided to visit her at her rural home near her new university. He knocked on the door, carrying a colorful bouquet he brought from Cairo, wrapped in cellophane, with a diamond ring in his pocket. Ghada opened the door, showing no sign of happiness. Quite the opposite. She seemed unwelcoming.
Isam?
I thought you would happy to see me. Didn't you miss me?
It's only been a few weeks since I traveled.
What's with this coldness? Ghada ignored his words and moved away from the door, letting him in, fuming with anger and throwing the bouquet on the floor in a fit of rage. You know what? I was wrong. I thought agreeing to your request and letting you come here would change you, and you'd appreciate the sacrifices I made for you. Because of those sacrifices, everyone thinks you boss me around.
Isam, stop fooling yourself. You knew from the beginning that our relationship could never work. I agreed to marry you because of my family's pressure due to your financial situation. But now, I can't continue living a life I don't want.
Shocked, Isam stared at her.
Isam, you're a good person and deserve a stable life with a wife who has no dreams or ambitions. But that's not me.
He heard the truth about their marriage with his own ears. It was like an iceberg, with only a small part visible to society, representing a seemingly perfect couple, while the deeper part was filled with distance and aversion. The divorce was finalized quietly at the Egyptian consulate in the capital of that European country. Years passed, and Isam married an old university colleague. But he continued to secretly follow Ghada's news, even asking mutual friends about her. Do you still see Ghada?
Yes, may God heal her. I visited her last week in the hospital.
Hospital? What happened to her?
You don't know? She had a brain tumor and had a surgery 2 weeks ago.
How is she now?
The tumor was removed, but the doctors say it caused severe hormonal and nervous disruption. May God heal her.
Isam was lost in thought about Ghada's condition. Maybe all her behavior with me and their changing mood were early symptoms of this tumor. How could I abandon her so quickly during her most challenging time? Isam lived the rest of his life in severe guilt for abandoning his former love, not knowing that the reason for her sudden illness was her long-term use of contraceptive pills to remain childless as an independent girl. Refusing to submit to societal destiny she believed would imprison her personality and ambitions, even if it were a golden cage. See you soon with other writings for Dr. Amr Mounir. Actors Adham RB, Mariam Hani, translating and language supervisor Adham RB, narrating and directing Khalid Mahgoub, editing and art direction Mariam Hani, sound engineering Tamer Yahya, international distribution Sandos Tamer, general supervision Wael Atta, production manager Rasha Yahya, direction Khalid Mahgoub. Best regards with Pandarosh.